But first, let's see a brief introduction about automobile manufacturers and the brands they own. Since data is not just numbers and racing bars, we should always see the big picture behind those numbers. So let's start with the United States. In the US, we have two big giants in the market, but it seems that a new giant is born these days. Let's first start with General Motors. General Motors is a real big name in the automotive industry. It owned a really big brands. Over the years, Oldsmobile, an American brand that was discontinued in 2004. Opel, German brand that was sold to the French PSA Group in 2017 along with Vauxhall Motors. Pontiac, an American brand that was discontinued in 2010. Saab, a Swedish brand that was sold to the Swedish company Spiker NV in 2010. Saturn, an American brand that was discontinued in 2010. Hummer, the well-known American brand that was purchased by General Motors in 1998 from AM General. And lastly, Daewoo Motors brand, a South Korean brand that was renamed to GM Korea in 2011. And now, let's get to the real stuff. General Motors is known mostly by the following brands. First, Buick, which is an American brand. Cadillac, also an American brand. Chevrolet, you know what I mean, an American brand. The GMC, an American brand. And lastly Holden, but no, it's an Australian brand that General Motors says it will retire in 2021. Now let's take a look at the second giant in the US industry. It is Ford. Ford was the owner of both Jaguar and Land Rover. Both are British brands that was sold to the Indian company Tata Motors in 2008. Volvo is a Swedish brand that was sold to the Chinese company Geely in 2010. Mercury is an American brand that was discontinued in 2011. Now let's take a look at the brands that Ford owns now and are selling cars under those names. Of course, Ford itself is a brand name that the company uses on its cars. It also produces luxury cars under the brand name Lincoln. The third upcoming giant, you know it, it's Tesla. Tesla joined the market in 2003 and it's taking the game to the next level. And finally, Chrysler, which in 2014 merged with the Italian company Fiat. Now, let's go to Germany, the home of automotive engineering. We will start with Volkswagen, the famous name in this field. It owns Audi, a German brand. Bentley, a British brand that was bought from Vickers Company. Bugatti, a French brand. Lamborghini, an Italian brand. Porsche, a German brand. Seat, a Spanish brand. And Skoda, a Czech brand. We also have the BMW, that owns two big names. Mini Cooper, a British brand. Rolls-Royce, a British luxury brand that BMW took the name copyright and created a new company. Daimler, which is known as Mercedes-Benz. It owns the German Mercedes-Benz brand name. It also owns Smart, a German automotive brand. Now let's take a look at the Japanese companies. We'll start with Honda. It owns the Acura brand. On the other hand, we have the big name, Toyota. Toyota owns Hino, Lexus, Rans, and it produces electrical car. And also Daihatsu, and all are Japanese brand names. We also have Nissan, which have two additional brand names, Infiniti and Datsun, which was stopped in 2020. We also have Subaru, Mazda, and Suzuki. Now we will go to France. We'll start with Renault, which owns the Romanian brand Dacia from 1999. The other big name in France is the PSA Group, which owns Peugeot, Citroën, DS Automobiles. They also bought Opel and Vauxhall from General Motors in 2017. China also is joining the top countries recently in the automotive industry. We have the Geely company that bought Volvo, the Swedish brand, from Ford in 2010. We also have SAIC Motor, which owns the British MG brand. In South Korea, we have two big names: Kia and Hyundai. As of December 2013, Hyundai owns 34% of Kia. I was thinking with myself, which flag I have to draw for this company? Then I thought it's the Italo-American flag. The Fiat Chrysler automobiles is a combination of American and Italian car brands. Dodge and Jeep are examples of the Americans. Maserati and Ferrari are examples of the Italians. But Ferrari left in 2016. So, for Italy we have two companies. Fiat, the one that we just mentioned with the American Chrysler, and Ferrari that is now an independent Italian brand. Now you know which belongs to whom. Let's see data in action.